Hi everyone, good Thursday afternoon and welcome to GoLocal Live. I'm GoLocal News Editor Kate Nagel. Thanks for tuning in for news and politics. I'd like to welcome on my first guest, Wendy Montgomery, the Senior Vice President for Global Brand Marketing and Communications at IGT. Thank you for joining us today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having us, Kate.
Well, I appreciate your coming just a few blocks over from the central location of IGT here in downtown Providence. But before we go into your role at the company, tell us about your journey, how you came to be at IGT.
Well, thanks. Actually, I'll make it the short story of or version of the story. I've lived and worked in 4 continents around the world, so I love to travel, and I am in a global position here with IGT. Most of my career I've worked in marketing. 30 years of my career I've worked in marketing and business leadership roles. And most recently I worked for the Ontario Lottery and Gaming Corporation in Toronto, Canada. In my role there, I took increasingly roles of increasing responsibility. I moved up to the Senior Vice President of Lottery. I was overseeing marketing and sales, as well as our operations and iGaming there. And in fact, I was an IGT customer. And so that's how I got to know IGT. In fact, many of the people that I work with now and happily work with now at IGT, I've known from the industry for a number of years.
So we lured you away from Canada here to Providence. So tell us a little bit about that transition now before we go into the fact that yours is really a worldwide position. What's your take on Rhode Island so far?
I love it. Unexpectedly, it has been a great joy to have moved to Rhode Island. I think the key piece has been the people. People have been so welcoming to me, not only at IGT, but in the community here in Providence and in Rhode Island. It makes all the difference in the world. And I think the small nature of Rhode Island, where everybody seems to know everybody, really helps to make you feel welcome and part of the family here.
So when we do have Wendy Montgomery here in Rhode Island, the role as Senior Vice President, but yours is, again, truly a worldwide position. So tell us a little bit about the teams you oversee throughout the world.
Well, I have people that report to me, probably 70 people all around the world, from Australia to Macau to London to Las Vegas, Reno, and of course here in Providence. My role of global marketing and communications for IGT is a new role. It was created to bring together the lottery and the gaming parts of our organization so that we can realize opportunities for us to leverage best practices from each sides of the businesses and from the global nature of what we do. So we really are a global organization. We're centered here in Providence, and centering here in Providence really came about because of the legacy company here, GTech rather. GTech was founded here in Rhode Island and was the startup technology company. So we really have a lottery base here in Rhode Island. And that's why we're here. That's why my role is here, as well as many of the senior executives are based here in Rhode Island.
And so in your position as Senior Vice President, you're not only a top female executive within the company, but within the gaming industry as well. So talk a little bit about the role that IGT, the value and the emphasis it places on diversity, both throughout the ranks and in top leadership positions, and then how that places you, again, within the gaming worldwide industry.
That's a good question. It was actually one of the other reasons that I joined IGT, because of the strong emphasis on diversity and inclusion. And it's a passion that I had when I was with OLG. I was involved there in the Women's Initiative, as I am here. So I'm the co-executive chair of the Women's Inclusion Network at IGT, and we've started many chapters, including one here in Rhode Island. And it's something that I've been passionate about probably all of my career, but especially more recently. As I've had the opportunity to rise up in the organization, I think it's important to make sure that I'm supporting other women and giving them the opportunity to have their voices heard as well.
And so let's talk also a little bit about the corporate responsibility hat that you wear. You wear many hats. But what does that mean with IGT when you tell people about what aspect of your job that is?
Actually, it's another great aspect of my job that I really enjoy, and that is our sustainability or corporate social responsibility program. One of the key platforms that's part of this is our responsible gaming work that we do. And as a lottery operator in my previous life, I realize how important that is to our customers to have strong, responsible gaming programs. And I think I'm very proud of the fact that IGT has a very strong and has been a leader in this area in terms of having a strong, responsible gaming program as a vendor in the industry. We actually just issued our 12th annual sustainability report, so we've been at this game for a while, over a decade. And we have, well, I'm proud to say that we have three distinctive, the most, and that is three distinctive responsible gaming certifications.
Let's talk a little bit about that. How has that changed throughout the years as you continue to pay attention to that issue? I mean, what are best practices within the industry?
Yeah, well, actually, one of the new technologies that's being applied is artificial intelligence and how we can use that, especially in our Play Digital products, to be able to better predict potential problem gambling behaviors and better manage that. So the fact that we are the leading technology provider in the world, we're leveraging that not only to help grow our customers' businesses, but also to help protect the players.
Okay, very interesting technology, very needed technology, of course, in the gaming industry as well. Now, one of the roles that you also have at IGT is overseeing charitable giving and involvement within the community. And as you said, again, coming here from Canada, you've had the opportunity to really get immersed in Rhode Island, and with IGT support, obviously being able to give back to the community. Tell us a little bit about what that looks like.
Yeah. Actually, it's a significant program as well at IGT. There's a couple of components of it. One is our employee-based giving. So we have a number of programs, Dollars for Doers, matching gifts, days off for volunteering, that really aim to help us support what our employees care about. So that's one aspect of our community and charitable operations. The other aspect is where we, as many people may know or may not know, the lotteries in North America, their proceeds generated from the sales of lottery tickets go to good causes. And so we at IGT also direct our community efforts towards the similar types of good causes, for example, education. We have a program called After School Advantage. We have actually 300 of these programs across the world which help provide technology to students after school in a safe environment. And we actually have 50 of these here in Rhode Island.
Okay, fantastic. And then this year, the IGT 5K.
Yes, that's right. That's coming up. I'm going to be in it with my family. I'll be walking, not running. But yes, so this year, IGT is the title sponsor of the 5K. And we have been supporting the 5K for a number of years, but this year we've decided to take on the opportunity to sponsor it, and inviting many people to get out and support the great cause that it is. Obviously, it goes right by our building, so we'll be out to support the event.
And although it's coming up, as you said, you can walk, don't have to run. And
That's right.
You know, it's a lovely time of year to be going through the streets of Providence. And again, just came right over a few blocks from headquarters here in downtown. Wendy, anything else you want to share with viewers while we have you in studio?
No, I want to thank you for having us on, and really appreciate the opportunity.
Okay, Wendy Montgomery, Senior Vice President at IGT for Global Brand Marketing and Communications. Wendy, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Kate.
And thank you for watching. We're going to be back here on GoLocal in just a few with another guest. When you see us pop back up, join us here on Live. I'm GoLocal News Editor Kate Nagel.